Hello everybody, I am back at this dispenser because I wanted to show you guys how I made it. Like, I kind of went over it last video, but it was really fast and it wasn't really in depth. So I split how it works into 5 main parts and maybe you'll get it. So the first thing that happened is you drop the item in. I don't know if you noticed this inside of here, but there is a chest over here. Reason being, if you put something that isn't an arrow, snowball, or barrier. So like if I put in this wool, it just floats over those two and ends up in here. But if you take, which one is? If you take an arrow, it won't get put into the first one, but it'll get put into the second one because that's the arrow slot. And if you take a snowball, I get to put into the snowball slot. So that's the item sorter. It works by... Okay, so let me just go over how they work. So for this to work, you need to get a signal of 2 coming out of the comparator right here, which I made by just putting 5 snowballs in here, and if you put an extra one in, then that's a signal of 2. And then for a stacks of 64, you just put 23. I think that's, yeah, that's 23. No, 22. 22. Okay. Yeah, you put 22 in this one. That gives you a signal of just almost 2, and 5 in this one gives you just almost 2. So when you go over here, it powers this repeater, which powers this redstone torch to turn it off, letting one of these snowballs flow into here. So as you can see, if we throw a snowball in here, the repeater turns on, the torch turns off, giving just enough time for that snowball to go in there. And then what happens is the item that flows into this hopper gets put into the dropper thing, the dropper toggle, whatever. So when it gets put in, that happens. The input gets powered and it turns itself back off. And in the time that it was getting put to the input, it was powering this it was powering this RS NOR latch, which is like a switch for redstone things. So like if you put an input here, then you can't put another input here until this input is pressed, which is how I switched. So like, oh wait, I'll just simulate a thing coming from there real quick. So like, you put this in here, you put it in there, and then it gets shot out, and then this is like the input. You press it, and then boom. See, now the input's on. Wow, stop interrupting my video, Skype. Gosh golly. Okay. So then, when that input gets pressed, it like, there's like a redstone torch on the other side, and then which turns off this, which activates the clock, which was used to shoot the items. And how that works is locked repeaters so that their inputs don't change, because like if I lock this repeater and then try flicking it, nothing happens. But then if you open it and then try flicking it, stuff does happen. But then if you close it while it's powered, then it's always powered, and then ta-da! So yeah, if you found this helpful, that's good. If you didn't find it helpful, I don't know how else to explain it. I'm not very good at explaining things, but I tried. So I get a 1 for trying. I get a 1 statue. I don't know. See, let's just yay, 5 stars for what? I turned that off. Yeah, 1 for trying. Go me. So yeah, if you found it helpful, that's good. Maybe it'll help you in future redstone builds, because these are all good things that you can use. I haven't seen that one anywhere, but I find it useful for like things that are item required. Of course, there are other types of item sorters, but that's just the one I used because I found it easiest for this setting, and it gives you the most space like between them. Because if I put them right next to each other, they'd just like run into each other, and that wouldn't be good. Okay, so there's my explanation, and bye for now. Yeah.